Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be me talking to you about some perfumes which I've smelled in store. I don't own most of these perfumes apart from just a few that I do own, but I have smelled all of them and I can tell you for a fact that they are not dupes for each other, but they are very similar to each other. Basically, if you like one, you will also like the other. At the same time, most of these, if not all of them, no, actually not all of them, just 80% I want to say, perfumes are high-end perfumes. So I do feel like if you have one, then having the other could be a little repetitive in your collection, especially because you're spending so much money. At least that's how I think, that if a perfume is a high-end one, I don't want to have too many perfumes which are all very similar to each other, because then I would kind of feel like they're replacing each other in my collection basically. So they don't have a unique spot in my collection essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So I wanted to share these with you and let you know, in case you find any kind of value from it. So without any further ado, let's jump into this list, and we have 5 combinations kind of to speak about. So let's dive right into it. The first one is a Kayali Good Girl, but it's the Legere version. It's not the OG one, it's the one that has a white ombre with blue. Basically, I will leave a picture right here of what I'm speaking about. So this perfume actually smells like it's a cousin of Sol Cherisa 62, which is the Boom Boom cream scent. This one right here is what I'm talking about, and I have smelled the body mist version of it, which I can tell you is very strong, very intense. A lot of people love it, but I am actually someone who doesn't love it at all. So when I was trying to find another Good Girl from the lineup, since I love the OG Good Girl, I thought, you know what, let me try out some of the other fragrances, and they would look so nice all kept together like on my shelf or something. They would look beautiful as decor. So I was trying to find another Good Girl that I love. So I was like, okay, let me try the Legere, and I was like, no, it is not too similar. Like I said, the Sol Cherisa 62, the Boom Boom cream scent is very strong, very intense. The Legere is a lighter version of it, but it's still that very cloying, very like almost gives me a headache. But this is like a mild headache, this is an intense headache. So that is how I feel about them personally, which is why I did not end up getting the Legere. But I smelled it and I was like, yes, this is like a distant cousin of Sol Cherisa 62. So I wanted to let you know, if you find this one to be too intense as well, but you want a milder version because you like the scent profile, check this one out. Or if you are someone who also hates this one like I do, then you can just decide to skip on these two scents completely, and that's what I'm going to do personally. But I wanted to let you know this. And then moving on next, since we're at the Kayali Good Girl like topic, basically let's talk about the OG Good Girl. And this particular fragrance right here from Renee, which is called Bloom, is actually sort of a dupe of the OG Good Girl. I will say though, Renee Bloom is not as long lasting, and it is not as sexy, but it's more like casual sexy, whereas the OG Good Girl is like the most sexy, seductive, most beautiful woman that you will see partying, night out. It is an amazing scent. I love the OG Good Girl, and I am going to be like done with my bottle very soon. But I want to let you know that Renee Bloom is kind of what I would wear if it's more like I'm just stepping out for a couple of hours, but I'm going to be back home. I'm not going to be out all night, and I don't want to like spend this expensive juice. I will go with Renee Bloom instead, and that's how I've been using it. So yeah, that's that. Moving on next, we're going to talk about Tom Ford Lost Cherry and Kayali Lovefest Burning Cherry. Now these two fragrances, I have smelled both of them. I have owned the decant of Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and I wanted to buy the full size, but it is so expensive. It's like 30,000 rupees at the airport if you want to buy it, and I don't know any other store. Like I know Parkos doesn't have Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I know that Tira Beauty as well as Nykaa have Tom Ford fragrances, but I don't know why they don't have Lost Cherry. The only place in India where I have seen Tom Ford Lost Cherry in person is the airport. So there it costs about 30,000 rupees, and if you're buying it from the US, of course, it would depend on the dollar conversion ratio that you're spending. But this is a very, very, very expensive perfume, and even though I wanted to buy it for my 24th birthday, I just could not justify it. So I ended up going with Kayali. I ended up going with Kayali Lovefest Burning Cherry. And I had smelled this in the Nykaa store, wore it on my skin for a couple of hours, and I did really, really love it, which is why I decided to then buy it. And I saved my points, tried to get the best deal I could, and I did get a very, very good deal. But after I wore it, I noticed it's a little bit different on the skin. I will tell you, these are not dupes for each other, because in the hotter, more humid weather, Kayali Lovefest Burning Cherry turns a little bit more, I don't know, it just turns on my skin. The opening of both of them smell very, very similar, but as Kayali dries down, it turns on me. So for me personally, I would wear this only in the winter time, because that's when I can really enjoy the cherry, which is my favorite part of the scent. And apart from that, I don't think I would be wearing it in the hotter, warmer weather. On the other hand, Tom Ford Lost Cherry, I get the same amazing scent of the cherry throughout the wear time of the scent. And some people say that it's a long lasting scent, some people say that it doesn't last very long on them. On me personally, I had the decant, so I can tell you that it does last pretty much throughout the day. Like, at least I can get whiffs of it throughout the day. And this is not a scent that I wear for anyone else. I wear it for myself because I want to smell amazing, and I want to smell myself smelling amazing when I'm wearing it. So I'm gonna save my money and eventually someday buy Tom Ford Lost Cherry, because I think it is way better. Even though I love Kayali, it is more affordable in comparison. This one would cost about 7,000 rupees retail price, versus the Tom Ford in India, if you're buying it at the airport, the retail price would be about 30,000 rupees. So that is like 4 times the price, which is insane. But yes, I wanted to let you know, and you can make up your mind for yourself. Let's move on next to our only affordable fragrance that I wanted to share with you. So I got Wearified June in my like fragrance discovery set from Wearified, the For Her set that I bought. And this smells like the most amazing, warm, beautiful, sweet fragrance, which reminded me a lot of this fragrance that I bought from Westside a few years ago. If you've been following me for years, you would remember I was obsessed with the fragrance Bombay Paisley from Westside, and of course it got discontinued. So I savored every last drop of it that I could, and I used it up completely. I still have the bottle of this fragrance because it's just something I want to keep with me for like memory's sake. And when I smelled Wearified June, it smelled very, very, very similar to Bombay Paisley. So if there is anyone out there who loves an amazing, warm, sweet scent, or if you loved Bombay Paisley as well from Westside, definitely go and check out Wearified June. I personally want to buy the full-size bottle at some point. It's been actually out of stock and sold out for a while, but I know that they will definitely restock it soon, hopefully. So yes, even though I know Anam is not going to watch this video, but if you are, please restock Wearified June and have like an amazing sale so we can grab it at a discounted price. But yeah, love the Wearified perfumes. I have gifted Ego actually to one of my friend, and the longevity is amazing. So I know that Wearified June is also going to last hopefully long on my skin personally as well. Moving on to our last combo for this video, we have Viva La Juicy by Juicy Couture, which is a really nice, sweet, delicious, yummy fragrance that I absolutely love. I hate that it doesn't last, but I just love the scent so freaking much. And I was at the Tira Beauty store, which is close by to my house, and I smelled the Hugo Boss scent Deep Red. I have smelled this scent in lifestyle stores also before, but this specific day I was not smelling too many of the perfumes. I was just going about the store, seeing what they have. Usually what happens is when I stop by at a lifestyle or something, I smell so many perfumes that my nose gets confused sometimes. But this specific time I know that I was not smelling too much. So I remember Hugo Boss Deep Red smelling very, very, very similar to Viva Juicy Couture, which is great and amazing, because I want to say it is not as expensive as Viva La Juicy, and it's also a little bit more fresher. I think it's more suitable for like wearing every day to day, as a really nice scent, versus Viva La Juicy Couture. If you're wearing it every day, you'll have to reapply and respray it a ton, because it's not long lasting. I don't know how long lasting Deep Red is, so I think it's not a fair comparison to make, but it's an observation that I had, so I wanted to let you know and throw it in this video. But those were all the scents that I wanted to share with you and speak to you about, and tell you that they are quite similar to each other. So yes, do let me know if you have tried any of these fragrances and what your thoughts are on them. I would love to know. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and until next time, bye.